Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we got some interesting news that Plarium just dropped right now. I mean, it's not really that interesting, but I mean, it's pretty good news considering that we do have a champion chase happening on the weekend. So we have the release of the information for the events that's going to happen alongside it. So stay tuned for all that. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So first bit of news here. On Thursday, December 12th, we're launching a extra legendary event for sacred shards. So if you guys don't know how it works, pulling a legendary from your sacred shards will get you an extra legendary at the same time. It's one of the most fun events that there is. Keep in mind that the rates are not listed as boosted or anything, so you're only getting 6% chance at a legendary. These events are great if you have, a bunch of shards so that you can take advantage of it. Pulling and not hitting is, pretty discouraging. But if you have a lot of shards ready to go, and if you're close to Mercy, or at least you're in Mercy so that you have boosted odds, that really helps you out. In the long run, pulling for these extra legendary events kind of yield you more legendaries compared to 2x events. The big consideration is, how many epics you get. However, with sacred shards, you always get epics, so that isn't really too much of a consideration. The other thing is these events don't happen too often, so you're not gonna be, getting too many legendaries from these specific events, whereas 2x events happen way more frequently. So then, overall you'll get more legendaries from 2x, but the odds of getting more legendaries actually is better in these extra legendary events. So would I recommend people pulling for this event? Yes, if you have extra sacred shards. So for example, my account, I have 43, and my other account, I have 60. So I'm going to be pulling for this event, trying to get an extra legendary. But in some instances, you might go like 20 sacred shards without a legendary, and that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So just be ready for that, and check your expectations. But yeah, so that is happening on Thursday, and I think that's going to line up with the Path of Power. So the Path of Power has a day 18 left, and it sounds like this event is happening on Thursday, which is within 24 hours. So if that is the case, then patience is rewarded again, because I did not do a significant amount of points in the Path of Power. But if it's going to be an extra sacred shard event, the points will count towards the Path of Power. And yeah, pulling sacreds will, get you a lot of points. So I would say it's, it's a little bit weird how they would do that. I don't know. This news being delayed doesn't feel that good. It feels like, almost intentional that they'll let everybody pull first and then announce this really like pretty juicy event. In my opinion, it's one of the juicier events. Like, I love pulling during 1+1 events, but this really benefits those sitting and waiting with those sacred shards that didn't want to pull for the Path of Power, and now has a chance to pull. And we're gonna get some extra rewards. 16 sacred shards for the big rock here if you're going straight for it. I'm not gonna go crazy for He-Man souls or anything, but if I need to pull, then I'll get a big rock out of it. It's pretty nice. Unless this happens. So here's the second part of the news. On Thursday, on Thursday there's some progressive events, but on Friday, they're doing a 2x event for ancient shards. So now they're back to the, I guess, start of their rotation. So they're gonna go ancient, sacreds, voids. So this week it's gonna be ancients, 2x during a champion chase. Good stuff. That's like the best kind of bang for your buck in terms of shards and points for an event. Each ancient shard is worth roughly 50 points during a champion chase. Keep that in mind, roughly. So that's great. I mean, those are some extra points for people that have ancient shards ready to go for the champion chase. Champion chase is not active in game yet, but we know that it's in the calendar. So there it is. It's in the calendar. And yeah, 2x ancients, you get double chance at epics and legendaries, meaning you're gonna get 16% chance at epics and 1% chance at a legendary. It's great for early or mid game players looking to just build out their roster with epics. so that they can do content, which is really good. You see here, actually, I don't have too many. I used a lot recently. I've also just been a little bit more loose with the ancient shards and events. I don't really regret it. I've been, getting relatively okay like drops, I guess. I mean, for this account, I got I think Tribune, the faction unity for the undead in the last ancient event. So I can't really complain about my ancient luck, but it did take like 200 shards for this guy. So that's why I'm a little bit low. I don't know if I'm going to use ancients for the chase, but I'll use some for sure. And then you can use like remnants and stuff, which is nice for champion chase. But the kicker here on this weekend is that there's also a 10x event for He-Man. So He-Man, obviously very exclusive champion for, from free-to-play players anyways. Free-to-play players can't get this guy unless they pay for the pass, therefore they're not free-to-play. But this weekend gives us an opportunity, the first opportunity to get this guy. He's not in the pool unless specified, right? So on the weekend, there's going to be a 10x event for He-Man. Keep in mind that 10x event during, during a boosted rate. 10x event during a boosted rate only gives you about 5% chance of pulling He-Man if you pull a legendary. So the rate of pulling a legendary is 1%. And then if you pull legendary 1%, you get a roughly 5% chance of pulling He-Man. So the odds are pretty stacked still to get He-Man, but it's the best chance you have at getting this specific champion for the weekend. And I mean, it says it's from all shards, so it's not, not specifically. Oh, sorry, it is from ancient shards. My bad. Specifically from ancient shards, which is, I guess, a bummer because I don't have too many of them. But yeah, He-Man, I mean, I would love to get He-Man just for like the collection. He's kind of a generic damage dealer at this point. I don't think, like, he hits hard apparently, but I don't think, he's not gonna change my account or anything like that. He's cool to have just for the novelty of it, of course, just to play Pokemon, I guess, catch them all. Oh wow, I actually never noticed this little bit of text here underneath He-Man 2024 Mattel under license to classic media. That's interesting. That's yeah, never. Has that always been there for all the, collab champions? I don't think so. Maybe this is new. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. That's going to be it for the news. We got a 2x Sacred Shard event happening tomorrow for 24 hours only. And then we're going to have a 2x, sorry, not 2x Sacred Shard, 1+1. They're different, right? Because you get extra Lego. And then a 2x Ancient Shard event happening on Friday throughout the weekend with a 10x boost for He-Man. Not too bad. I mean, 2x Ancient, like I said, for a champion chase, thumbs up. And I got a lot of Sacred Shards, so I'm ready to go for the extra legendary event, Sacred event. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.